So today, I have a topic that is old as time. But I have to give a 2-minute speech in class, so I figured I'd practice with this. So, the discussion today is, do video games make your kid violent? Now, I know you're saying this is bullshit, it's stupid, why are you even talking about it? But I have to talk about it in class. So, let me just start out by saying, we're not talking about should kids be allowed to play mature games, we're talking about specifically violent games. Now, if all of you agree that kids should not play violent video games, then they can't play Mario Kart, they can't play Mario, they can't play Sonic, they can't play Pokemon, they can't play Super Smash Brothers, because that game is literally about beating everyone else up to a pulp. You can't play any of those games, because they all have violence in them. Now, if you want to say, no, we mean like the for mature ones, well, that's not the argument we're talking about now, is it? Doom has a lot of violence in it. It's got a lot of guts and blood. But you know what? You're killing demons. So I wouldn't give a fuck if my kid played that game. Hell, I wouldn't care if my kid wanted to play Call of Duty, though I find the game very bland and boring and repetitive and unimaginative. If my kid wanted to play it, I could at least argue you're playing as a soldier, protecting your country. So it makes sense. In Halo, you're the savior of an entire galaxy. You're protecting the world from aliens that would do it harm. In Mass Effect, you grow close relationships to your teammates on your ship. And so when you shoot your enemy, you're doing it to not only save the world, but to protect them, because you care about them. Or Spec Ops: The Line, which has you do violent things only to make you feel bad in the end, or Undertale, when it specifically uses that for if you hurt anyone in that game, to make you feel bad near the end of the game. It's scientifically unproven that video games make children do harm. No kid plays a video game becomes violent or kills people by playing a video game. It just doesn't. And if you don't believe me, do your own research. You will find that I am right. Even if like 20,000 kids started killing people or beating up people at their schools, there'd be another 100,000 kids that are completely normal. Sure, a kid might become violent or kill someone, but it can't just be a video game. Maybe every day when he comes home from school, a bully, or his dad, beats the living shit out of him. Every single day he comes home from school. So he plays a video game, he's like, you know what? That might be a good idea, but that's an external force. It's not the game doing something to him, it's stuff going on outside of it that is making him transition into that state. But don't blame video games for the actions of retards. So parents, stop believing that video games are the devil and that your kid is going to become evil because of it, because he will not. And if you think so, you're an ignorant fuck. Anyway, that's pretty much all I want to say. It's a debate that's been going on forever, which is just a stupid debate. It has no merit and it's retarded. Now you could even argue, Grand Theft Auto encourages you to hurt. Not really. I always try to avoid people when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, unless I'm playing as Trevor, because his character is meant to be crazy. He's insane. So I play according to how I see the characters as it would fit them. So Michael and Franklin try to keep their way out of it. They try to avoid hitting people as much as possible. But whatever. Parents will do what they want. But video games are one of the best art forms out there. They're just as important as books, as art, as painting, as movies are. They are just as important. And we have to preserve it and care for it. So, should your kids be allowed to play video games? Yes, they should. Because guess what? Any of you that were born in the 80s, pretty much all of the games in the arcade, or you punch people, or you shoot people, with a few exceptions, but even still there was like, you're in a spaceship and you're shooting other spaceships that presumably probably have people in it. But that was okay. Because my dad's not a serial killer. He played a bunch of games back then. Most people that were born in the 80s that played video games haven't killed anyone. Or does it just have to be a violent, bloody game? Because that's a completely different matter entirely. I'm done. I had 5 minutes to discuss this on here, but I'm only going to have 2 minutes in class. So we'll see how well that goes. Anyway, hope you're having a fabulous day. See you next time. Let's get ready for school. Peace.